This is Tatum Gray with Guardian Voice of the Missing. I'm joined with Jane from TLPI Investigation. Appreciate everybody that comes out and watches this podcast. I know it was the last minute. This is a case that we are trying to get more information out on. Hi, Jane. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing fine, thank you.
So today we're talking about a case out of Dover, Delaware. Miss Erin Nicole Mintz, I believe is how you say her last name.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. And she has been missing since November of 2022.
Yes, approximately November 11th, I believe.
Yes. So we do have a flyer that I just got created for her that we hope that everybody will start circulating this around. This is a case that is desperate need of getting her information out and getting her located. So Jane, do you want to talk about her case? Tell me a little bit about what's going on. I will put up her flyer as well.
Yes. So we are looking for Erin Nicole. She Mintz, Mintze. She is approximately 20, well, she is 22 years old. She went missing around November 11th, 2022. She was last seen at a hotel in the area, in the Delaware area. She was seen leaving with an unknown person. Uh, she was in contact. She's not known right now to have a phone on her. Her last phone she owned right before her birthday was turned off, and that was it was prior to her going missing. Let's see here.
And
Okay,
the hotel that she went missing from was at Red Roof in DuPont by the DuPont Highway in Dover, correct?
yes, that is correct. Um, she was like that's where she was last seen, and she was last seen getting in the car with or leaving with an unknown person, a male. And so, fast forward, if I could give you a little bit of information about how this case has gone about being investigated by uh, the um, Clayton Police Department, which is listed on NamUs. Is that NamUs? The Clayton Police Department, which is located at 414 Main Street in Kent County. Uh, you can look it up on NamUs. The So the mother initially made attempts beginning to contact the department to create a missing persons report, and she was denied that right. Um, and so she continued to call many other various uh, government agencies. She finally got a hold of somebody, I think through one of the agencies, and they had turned it over to the police, and they were told to create a missing persons report, um, and an NCI it was NCIC. It was put into the NCIS database or NCIC database, which was a potato. I can't think.
NCIC, but they also
NCIC.
did put it in the NamUs database as well. And the
Right.
NCIC, in case anybody doesn't know, that is the database that law enforcement uses to put in missing person cases, among other cases. So, in case if a law enforcement from a different area would come in contact with the individual, they would know that they are missing, as well as any other reason for law enforcement to look. But the main thing is, they put that in there so if another law enforcement agency does come across the individual, that will pop up that person is missing, so they can get them in connection with family or that law enforcement agency that is handling that case.
So what's concerning about, okay, so she went missing in November, and we're just now getting around to May and June is when I believe, looking through my notes here, because May and June is when the mother started finally getting in touch with the police department and interacting after she had contacted another agency. They haven't, there's been one person, I believe it's the chief, that's been pretty cooperative. And he's been very cooperative, meaning, he's been actively engaging with her when he's available. But from what I understand, there are other people in the department that are basically just don't even care. They're saying things like, well, she's an adult, she can do what she wants. They refuse to give her the police report number, according to the mother, despite there being an open FOIA, freedom of information in Delaware. It's not hard to obtain. Plus, it's on NamUs, the report number. This is just recently they refused to give her the report number. And we were talking on the phone. I looked it up. I said, well, here it is. She said she called she actually called, I believe, on the 26th. Maybe it was yesterday or the day before. And she felt one of the officers was being very disrespectful to her. They did not say, they had a lead that she may be located in another state now. She may be in part of Texas. They claimed that they contacted in regards to this lead, and they hadn't heard back anything. And the police officer she spoke with said, look, this is not quoted, but he basically said, look, she's of age, she could do what she wants. But the point is, this is a missing, endangered female. This is a female who, she's endangered. She doesn't drive. She has severe bouts of depression. She's undiagnosed. Her mother's stated that she has never been known to live by herself, which I would say that's a reasonable for a police department, anybody to think this girl is endangered, and her mother believes she is, and I do too. I from what her mother has told me. The next thing was.
So when we talk about her being endangered, this is a young lady that always has contact with her family members. She's not one to go off with someone that she doesn't know. So hearing that there's a possibility that there was a report that she did leave with an unknown male from the Red Wolf Inn there in Dover, that is completely out of her character. She is normally a very shy individual. She is timid a lot of times, but if someone, and with her depression, so that with her bouts of depression, she does have more of a serious depression, which she does get depressed and stuff like that. But the biggest thing that, we want you guys to know out there is the simple fact that this is a girl that would not leave with somebody. Right. She would not have contact with her family. She does. We are unsure if she does still have that cell phone that has been disconnected, but there's also a possibility that there could be a second cell phone. We don't know, especially with the time frame. Now here we are running into almost June. So we aren't for sure if she still has her ID, cell phone, and the belongings that she did have when she left her family's resident back in prior to November from the last time that she had been seen. So
Right.
there's so many unknown variables about the case, but the biggest case is family is very, very worried about her safety and the fact that there has been that report with her with an unknown male, and that would be out of her character to leave with someone. But again, she is a very shy and timid.
Are you there? There's a glitch. I don't know if it Are you there?
Yeah, sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties. Sorry.
That's okay.
I don't know what the last thing was that I had said or whatever before.
Well, there was one thing I wanted to point out, that when the police told her that she is an adult, they did not state that they have been in touch with her and she did not want to come back home, which is when you're an adult, and when it comes, there's a lot of missing adults out there. Uh, when law enforcement or whomever gets in touch with the missing individual, they find them, they can say, I don't want to go home, or they can say, I don't want to be found. But that needs to be relayed to the family. So if that was even done, this live wouldn't even be happening, but that's not the case. The case is, which made me very, made her very upset too. And I would be upset that it didn't seem like there was any cooperation. I mean, it took a long time to get for her to get a missing persons report made, and
Right.
that's not acceptable whatsoever.
And to
And
let everybody out there know, this case is active. Despite them making the comments about her being an adult, the case is still active. It is not. It wasn't ever closed out or anything once mom. So as of this moment, this case is still active. And
yes,
that's why we want to get it out because the mother has struggled so hard to get that missing persons report. And just to let everybody know, in Delaware, you can make a missing persons report on adult and they have to take those reports. That's in their statutes.
yes,
So if anybody else in the Delaware area is, sorry, that's my cat. If anybody else in the Delaware area is having issues or something, please reach out to one of us because no family should have to go through what this mother has had to do to locate her daughter.
that is very correct. Um, so what we are doing now is we are trying to find uh, find Erin, locate her. Um, so far, it doesn't seem. I don't. We don't know. We have an idea of where she may be, but we don't know for sure if she's even in that vicinity anymore.
And was anything actually confirmed that she has gone out of state? I know that there are a couple possibilities, maybe that she has went out of state, but none of that had been confirmed by law enforcement that they actually confirmed that that was her. Correct?
They never gave they never gave anything aside from I mean, not even the police report to the mother, even though she made the police report. Oh, and let me just say, they said only the missing person has a right to the police report. And I thought,
That's
well,
not true.
that's kind of a double, that's like kind
That's
of
not true.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's totally not true. Otherwise, they wouldn't have an open FOIA, which we're trying to get the records right now because and the information they have to see if it corroborates with the information we have, because they won't even tell her the information they received, which it seems even if they're investigating this case, they just kind of act like, look, she said they became disrespectful, I guess,
Right.
angry, and a tone. This is what the mother stated, and um, that's not acceptable. There's aside from the chief, I haven't spoken with anybody yet. I'm awaiting a call from the chief of Clayton Police Department. Um, Again, this is on her information is on NamUs, all of the details. Um,
And the
but we
case number and NamUs number is on the bottom of her flyer, and I will get that um, posted out on Guardian as well, so people can start circulating it. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're
Um,
fine. Interrupt me. It's
just
fine.
to let everybody know that those numbers, the case numbers, on there, and um, Jane, I know me and you talk because we do deal with law enforcement a lot. We do know that law enforcement can't tell us everything, but the simple fact, like what I believe Jane is trying to get across, is the simple facts, like not giving the mother that case number. That's ridiculous. The case number, all people that report someone missing should have get that case number.
Right.
That's not information to not reveal.
Right, because that literally they should give it to her the same day that she made the report, and the fact that she had to like almost beg, go through so many different agencies to make a report. Why? Why?
And
Why should that happen?
and they should have she should have been able to get a copy of the report that she did as well.
Exactly. Or she should have been directed to where to get a copy of the report, who to contact, and she reached out to us, so we're going to help her get this information. It's and this lead that they told her, and we're not going to talk about the lead on here of what they had, but they told her a generalized version of the lead, and that they're waiting for a certain to receive certain information. And when she followed up a couple days later to see if they received, that's probably about almost a week later, to see if they received any information, this was like yesterday from last week, that's when they became disrespectful, as she states, to her, saying, look, she's an adult. Well, and they stated they have not received the information of the lead. And that's what's disturbing about it, is that the mother knows about the lead, and they have been telling her about it, but they won't tell her, give her any more to go on. So it's like we're just it sounds like she feels that what the information she gave me, it sounds like there's nothing else they're going to do. Like, that's
So
what
it's
it's
like they're not even confirming whether or not they're still looking into that lead, or if that lead has led to something else, or if that lead was just a dead end.
right.
So they're not even giving her that information.
Well,
Is that
and
correct?
yeah, that's correct. That's the people under the chief. The chief, I'd like to, um, I would like to get in touch with, and speak to him about this, because he seems the one to be that has been working with her. The chief of police's heart is usually the busiest, I
Mm.
guess, of the head. But on the NamUs report, it says Kevin Fox, he's a what's his show? He's I forget his title, but I don't think she's spoken to him, according to her. I could be wrong, but I don't remember her saying that.
And
But
she should have access to him if he is the lead investigator. Um, just information for anybody and everybody is whoever the lead detective is as a family. If you made that report and stuff, you have access that you should be able to talk to them directly.
exactly. And if it didn't take so long for her to get this report, I think there would have been it wouldn't be as it is right now. I think it's totally reasonable for her to wait a week and just call and say, "Are there any updates?" And I
I
think
agree.
a reasonable response, no matter if your job is hard, whatever job you work in, is to say, "Ma'am, we have nothing right now. We will get back to you as soon as we hear something." And then, okay, not whatever the trans the whatever transpired between the
Right.
two. It's
And
not
that's
it's
something with working with law enforcement that I've told them, like, yeah, I know families are in such an emotional state. Just even telling them that, hey, we're working on it. There's nothing new right now, but just reassuring them that they're working on the case. So if there is any law enforcement that's out here listening, you know, think about that. Put yourself in these people's shoes that are missing someone, because you would want answers too. And even if you don't have answers, just at least acknowledge the family and say, hey, I have nothing new for you, but we're still looking. And I will be in contact with you as soon as, something new comes up. So, law enforcement, I'm a big advocate for law enforcement, but I
yes.
also believe that there's a lot of training out there that needs to be done for law enforcement. There's so much time that's been lost on Erin's case right now. From November to now is a big chunk of time. And I just really hope that anybody listening or sees her flyer to get that information out. If you have information on her disappearance, please contact, law enforcement. If you don't feel comfortable with them, please reach out to the private investigator, Jane here, who is working on her case. Um, you can remain anonymous, but please say something, because we are very concerned about her safety at this time.
Yes, and reach out to Tatum too if you want. And Tatum and I work together. She gives me any leads that pertain to my cases or any cases that she feels relevant. If there's any family members out there, anybody that's been in touch with her, please contact us so we can know where she is and get a way to make sure she's okay. Um,
And you may have information you don't even know that could be pertaining um,
right.
to her, but definitely as a family member or a friend, reach out to Jane and talk to her about Erin, and maybe it would steer us in a different direction with looking for her. If there's anybody out here that has any questions right now while this podcast is going on, feel free to leave a comment as well.
Yeah.
And when you have a chance, I could give a little bit more detail what I put on the flyer for her too. When
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, so with Jade, she does have multiple tattoos. She does have some on her wrist. She does have like a phrase or something on her wrist, and then I believe was told up on her upper arm. I do not know what those are right now. I tried to get a picture of the one on her wrist, but I can't get it to where I want it to be able to have a picture on her flyer. But I will keep working on it. She does have multiple piercings, as you can see with the pictures that I've been kind of posting up. She does have her nose pierced. She has a bar in her left ear. She has her septum pierced, as you can see as well. Her hair could be short like this in this picture, or it could have her natural curly hair that she has. Was reported by her family that she did used to have it in braids, but she hadn't had her hair in braids for a long time. She has black hair, brown eyes. She does dye her hair sometimes. So if you do see her, she may have her hair dyed. We aren't for sure. She's 5'1", anywhere between 170 to 190 pounds, but she could be smaller than that, since she has not been seen by family for quite a while. Um, other than that, that is just some of the other, and she's 22 years old. Those are just some of the other descriptions that we do have of her as well on the flyer. So I just wanted to point those out really
Yeah,
quick.
thank you, Tatum. That's what I was going. Her height is it would really make her stand out, being 5'1" and quiet. She doesn't drive. She may not have a phone. The last phone, like we said, was disconnected. She's shy. She may be with a male. She normally doesn't. She's normally not by herself. So, and she she's not good with confrontation. She's timid. So, or somebody approaching her. So, she may be with some. I mean, just let us know where she is. If anybody out there's watching this or knows somebody that knows her, has seen her, she may be in the Texas area. I did get. I did was looking through my notes. It was said that she allegedly, by a witness, may have gone to New York, then Texas. So everywhere, look out, every state, but Texas and possibly New York. Maybe she may be back in Delaware. Who knows? But just keep an eye out. Any tip helps. Anything helps. Like even if you're not sure, just shoot us. You can shoot me. I get texts or phone calls. Shoot me a text or phone call or the police department. I'm not really sure who the head investigator is, to be honest. um,
Um,
I would ask to speak to the chief, I guess, or this Kevin Fox that's on NamUs.
and Clayton, Delaware Police Department number is 302-653-8186, or you can call Jane at TLPI Investigations at 502-427-1010 with any tips. And I don't know if Clayton has a missing persons department, but I would just, if you call in, tell them that you have information on a missing persons case and give them their name.
Yes, please. Um, is there anything else? I think we've covered almost everything about this so far. What we have,
And we'll
right?
try to, yeah, we'll try to keep people updated as much as we can. Again, kind of like law enforcement, there's certain things that we can share. There's certain things that we can't, because the biggest thing is that we need to protect Erin's case as well as protecting her family. Um, and everything. But these are like the major things that you can look at for looking for her. Like we said, we are concerned about her safety. Her family is concerned about her safety, um, very much out of this young lady's um, character to be gone like this and not have contact. So please, share flyers. You can share this podcast.
Yes, just share in every group you can. I mean, uh, also she can contact you. Yes, Erin, you
Yes.
can contact us, definitely. I mean, we're safe. You can contact us, contact your mother, um, contact someone that contact us or your mother or someone you feel safe with and let us know you're okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Diane. Diane's also someone we work with. She's
Oh,
great.
I didn't realize that was Diane. Hi, Diane. But yeah, definitely, Erin, if you're out there and you see this, feel free to contact us, any of us. So we, like
Yes.
we said, to know that you're okay. And back to the comment about, the police saying they're an adult. That is true. Yeah, she is an adult. I get that. But police still have to make contact with her. And when I say make contact with her, they have to see her. They
Right.
have to be able to physically see her and make sure that she's not in any type of harm. And she has to make this statement of, I don't want anybody to know where I'm at, you
Right.
know,
Exactly.
and police will contact whoever makes that report and say, hey, we have made contact with her. At this time, she doesn't want anybody to know, but we can let you know that she's safe. But they're not going to tell you where she is, because that is her right. But at least that is something for a family to know, that someone has put eyes on her and they have seen her and she's okay. So,
Yes.
yes, she can reach out to us, reach out to her mom, reach out to the Clayton, or, to Jane, who is working her case as well, um,
Yes.
to get her located and know that she's safe. So, um,
Yes.
but yeah, the whole people aren't adult, and that's not true. Like I said, almost every state statute, which I've read almost all 50 of them, believe me.
Yeah.
Um, I know a lot about the statutes. Nowhere can they tell you can't make a report. There is no
Right.
waiting period. That's been gone out of the statutes for years. And when I say years, like, I don't know, back in the 90s. I mean,
Yeah.
that is just not that's not true. There's no waiting period. So,
Exactly.
um, anybody out there, just please share her story.
Yes, please do. There's so many missing adults. If that were the case, we wouldn't even bother even having NAMIS or even talking about missing people. So let's just stop that ridiculousness and just,
But I'm
you know,
happy that Clayton police put her in NAMIS.
oh yes,
I'm
we are
totally
very,
excited that. That's great.
we're appreciative. It's the journey to it that we're not very happy about, but I think
Right.
hopefully, uh, I think, hopefully now that we can get some things done. So
But we will, if, do we plan on probably doing another live maybe later if we have any updates or stuff like that?
I think so. Yeah, we'll definitely uh, update everyone on this case. And there's another case we had been working on. We need to do some updates. I'm waiting to hear from the mother, the Darlene Campagna, which is kind of similar to this case, but not. I'm not seeing a share button.
Do you know where you're looking? Are you looking on Guardian, or should be a share button? Better be a share button.
It's on. Yeah, it afterwards there should be, if not now, at least.
And I'll put up my YouTube. This does go on my YouTube as well. But we'll make sure. And like I said, I haven't, like, I literally just got her flyer done. I will also get that out on Guardian. We'll get it out on TLPI, um, and other missing persons alert. She'll flyer will be out through there, and try to get her out on as many platforms that we can get her out on. Oh, she found it.
Okay, great.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Diane. Um, Diane, do you have anything else to add about this case? May take a second.
Right. And I saw Carol
Okay.
put a heart button. Thank you for doing that. I don't always know who is family. One thing that I will tell people, especially on my platform, if there is a family member that's out there, um, do not contact them directly. If you have something, you need to contact the investigator or law enforcement, because again, um, we're here to protect her family as well. So,
Yes.
but definitely showing them support, I think is great. Sharing the flyer. We have a lot of great people out on some of the platforms that I'm involved with, that you guys are really great at supporting the family members, because this really is a hard time for them.
Yes.
So, but the biggest thing is that if people ask what you can do, please share. Please share this flyer.
Yes, please do.
And Diane is backing it up.
It really
Every
helps to share. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Oh, it just really helps. Just every case, it really helps to share and share. The more people aware, as we work as a community, we can help find people and make sure they're safe and not in danger.
Right.
So,
And if any of Erin's family is out here or friends or loved ones, you guys can share every day if you want. I have families and cases I've worked on. Don't feel like you can only share at one time, on a platform or what. I will, at least my platform, you can share every day. Um, but, share every day. The more you keep it out there, the more visible they are, the better it is to get it, because you just never know who's going to come across it or see it. So don't ever feel like you can't share your loved one's flyer.
Yes, and if you have a missing person yourself, feel free to post their flyer on my page, or contact me or contact Tatum, and we can get a missing person spot flyer made
Yep.
for you, or do a live, or render services if you need help. We're here. So
Definitely.
yes.
Is there anything else out there that we need to share, or anything else you want to share about Erin before we close out?
I think we've covered everything. Just everything we've covered is all. So just share. That's about the end of the closeout. Is there anything else you have to say, Tatum?
I can't think of anything at the moment. Just please keep her and her family in your prayers and your thoughts, sharing her flyers again. Let us know if there's anything if anybody else has a case out there that they would like us to look at, get a flyer made and everything. Just let us know, send a message, put a comment, and just let us know. And I hope that we can get Erin located and back with her loved ones.
Yes, and we appreciate Diane and the other young lady that commented, I believe. Thank you for joining us, and everyone that joined. And I'll let Tatum take us out.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Jane, thank you for being here and sharing about Erin's case and everything. And until we can get another podcast, we will talk to you guys all later. God bless.
Thank you.